now we're gonna bring it down a little bit. We're gonna work a little bit of our table work, even though the table is now out of AKC, it's out of USDAA, it's pretty much a bygone conclusion, except for starters classes, except for novice classes. Like, you need to make sure that your dog has a little bit of understanding about the table. We can utilize our climb to help with this exercise, putting it up here. And what we're going to do is we're gonna work on what's called an auto down on the table. And for Mochi, that's going to be a little difficult because I think most of the time he has sat on the climb. And the reason we're working on auto down is I find, yes, your dog can auto sit on the climb or the table as well, but downs are a lot more secure and they will flatten themselves out and make sure they don't do like a hop off. What happens a lot of times when dogs go do table agility, they hop on and then they hop off. And that's what we don't want. I lured that for example reasons, search. But we don't want them to necessarily always hop off. So we're gonna get them up here, down. Good, ask for a down, reward that behavior. Good job, search. Good. And what I'm gonna do to make this a little better for him is I'm gonna add this mat. You might ask me a blanket. He's kind of trying to slide a little bit on here. This will add a little bit more traction on top. Okay. You ready? Table, down. Now what I'm going to do is ask them to do table and then go into a down. For our big mastiffs, you might need 2 tables, 2 climbs to get them to be able to down on top. For the mastiffs, you might just do an auto set. Down. Mastiffs are big dogs in general. Search. Ready? We're going to go from the other side. Ready? Table. Down. Good. Excellent. And so this is one of those auto down behaviors we're going to work on today. And so that's something you can work on with your dog. I will show all this with Disney in a second because there is another auto down behavior I want to work on real quickly. So the other auto down behavior I want to work on today is downing on a mat and downing on a bed or blanket of some sort. We're going to eventually get to a point where our dogs are auto downing with their front 2 paws on something much smaller. But to start them off, we're going to make it very clear and nice and big for them to be successful. And how you're going to do that is similar to the table. You're just going to lay it out here. Now, if you're deciding to do stop contacts, it's an extremely important exercise, but just an important exercise in general to make sure they're listening to you. You're going to have them walk by it and you're going to say down and have them lay down on the mat. Good boy. Search. Good boy. Walk by. Down. Yeah, good boy. Search. Good job. And this is how it all begins. Down. Yes, good job. Search. You ready? Down. Good boy. Search. Right now, he's still working on his verbal down. So what we're going to do is we're going to say the word down before we move the hand this time. Down. Now he knows to stop over here on the mat. He's having that kind of, ready, search. Mochi. Down. Good boy. There we go. If you use the word lay or drop, whatever word you use for down, that's fine. Search. Eventually I will fade the down word and I'm just going to ask him for down. I'm just going to walk by it and he's going to go into an auto down. Search. But that's mostly for stop contacts. If you're going to do running contacts, it becomes easier. And we can discuss about that in a future class, what you're going to do. And it's going to be hard for him because we're just doing a stop down on it. But running contacts, if they're going to go into the contact zone, you can do mat work like this. And what you can do is you can just actually walk next to it and go, yes, search. Mark as soon as paws hit the mat. Yes, search. So if you already know you're going to do running contacts with your dog, you can go ahead and skip to that. Yes, search. And not do an auto down. Yes, search. Just to make sure you're staying consistent with your training and what you're going to do in the future. So for a stop down, we're walking up to here. We're asking for a down. And the dog goes into a down. Yes, mark that behavior. Search. Good boy, walk up here. Down. Good job. Search. And eventually this will go at the end of a contact. Depending on your dog, if you're doing running or stopped, you have some choices of how you're going to handle this. I highly recommend eventually getting to a situation where your dog will listen to you when you say down verbally. We're going to probably, in future training, ask your dog to do an auto down before going into a tunnel, an auto down before taking a jump, to make sure they're listening and listening to our verbals and not just seeing and doing exactly what's in front of them all the time. And that's going to be one of the exercises we're going to be doing. So just making sure your dog has a down on a verbal can be what your main goal is right now. And how you're going to achieve that, if you didn't catch it earlier, is you're going to say the word down or drop or lay, then show your hand signal. And eventually the dog will hear the word and just jump straight into the behavior without you having to move your hand or lure them into the position at all. You ready? Yes, good boy. And now you don't have to use the word down. And eventually you don't have to. You're just going to walk up to it. And they do it. Yes, good boy. You don't have to have the front paws on or anything like that. Just walking up to it. Yes, good job. Super. Search. Here. Good boy. Ready? Yeah, good boy. Super. Good job. Search. Awesome. Ready? Ready? Oh, he missed it. I don't like that. He's a little bit better on that. Ready? Go. Search. Good job. He knew. He's like, I can do better. Here we go. Yes, search. Good job. That's just how it is, because then this can just be put at the bottom of a contact and the dog goes straight into a down at the bottom of a dog walk or the bottom of a seesaw. On the A-frame, we have a different behavior. It's a 2-on, 2-off behavior if we're doing a stop contact. But as you can see, if you're doing running contact, you're going to want to probably skip this step and just work on running over the yoga mat back and forth. Same thing too is you can work on them running through a smaller target eventually, but you really don't necessarily need to do that. And there's actually some other ways we can actually work on running through a board or contact that I'll tackle in a future video. Thanks for watching here on the Doggie Dojo. If you have any questions or comments, put them down below. And don't forget to hit subscribe and that notification bell so you don't miss a future Doggie Dojo video. As always, have some fun with your dogs, and we'll see y'all next time.